What's up, Alpha Cave? Welcome back to the channel.
Don't know what you did to me, but I can't stop thinking about you. You should know this love ain't free. Pull up so I know it's true. I just wanna be good for you. I just want you good. Even when I haven't heard from you, it's still understood. Don't know why you stand for me after what I sent to you. Can you feel the energy? Big bang when it's me. Big know that it's a freak in you. Get loose off that gin and juice. It like it got beef with you. And put this on my evenings. You want it, you got it, but you don't even know that you own it. You beg it, you call it, but you know I ain't picking up the phone when you text.
I hope you enjoyed my little cardio. You know, I try to change it up instead of doing boring cardio every day. I find the best way to burn calories is when you enjoy your cardio instead of just walking on the treadmill or walking or jogging or whatever. So I kind of change it up and do a little MMA on the bag, and that helps me burn a little extra calories. So last time we spoke, I kept you up to date with my Robinhood portfolio, and I made some changes actually after that video that are pretty exciting. I finally got a share of Google. I finally had the courage to sell some stock and get into Google. I got 1.03 shares of Google, and I did that. I had to sell quite a few stocks that I owned. I sold $364 worth of NTLA. That's the gene editing company that I was real high on back then, but I had to sell something, and I was positive on NTLA, but it wasn't making too much of a gain, so I sold them. I sold all my NRZ stock, which I had also made about 50 bucks on. I sold $588.69 worth of NRZ, and then I sold my DFEN stocks that I told you about last video, the aerospace and defense ETF. I sold $271.18 of that, and then I deposited another $200 into Robinhood, and I finally bought myself a Google share, 1.032606 shares of Google to be exact. So not even 2 shares, and it's already made me $15. I bought them at the price of $1,379.10. And it's already made me $15.11. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm planning to build on Google because I think, if you saw my uncle's video, he thinks Google, Apple, and Microsoft, they've pretty much been unstoppable, and I agree with him on that. So I'm gonna try to keep buying into it. What I'm looking to do is make a little bit more money on Halliburton, and once I do, I'm gonna sell all those. I have a big amount of money invested in Halliburton, and then I'm gonna spend all that money on trying to reinvest it into Google. So that's pretty exciting about that. Other than that, slowly the stock market seems to be recovering, and I don't necessarily believe it's because the economy is good right now, because it's not. The economy is kind of because everything's, you know, still in the process of opening back up from this COVID-19 stuff. So the economy is not necessarily good, and that's not why the stock market is kind of recovering. I think the stock market is recovering because they see the light at the end of the tunnel. They know that things will eventually return to normal. For most industries, like we talked about, maybe the airlines are not gonna ever return to normal. Maybe other stuff might not return to normal because people are always gonna have that in the back of their mind that, you know, they need to kind of stay away from other people. So some events might not be the same, you know, but it's still be seen. But with these, like most companies, like these tech companies that we talked about, they're gonna recover. And I think the stock market basically reflects that they see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, once numbers start coming out for companies, they might not, be as profitable as before, but eventually they will be for most companies. So my suggestion would be to invest in companies that you know are gonna be able to recover from all this and even surpass where they used to be. And that's most of these companies. That's probably most of these companies are gonna be able to recover and go back to where they once were and even surpass where they once were. But for some companies, you do gotta be careful and realize that life in general for people is gonna be changed. Things aren't gonna be done the way they were done before. So some companies might be affected by that. And those are the companies you gotta watch out for and maybe not invest heavily in those. But for other companies, which is most of them, even though life is going to be changing for most people and your daily routine, your daily habits are going to be different, most companies won't be affected by that and are going to go back to doing business as usual. Those are the companies I plan to invest in. That's why I think even this COVID-19 might help these tech companies, because all of a sudden they got everybody using Google Hangouts, Google Meets, they got everybody using Google Classroom. Everybody's using their electronic devices. So that's why these tech companies are unstoppable right now, because this COVID-19 kind of pushed us even more towards electronic devices and more towards all these online platforms than even before. So tech companies kind of benefit from this COVID-19, which is weird because of all these conspiracy theories with Bill Gates. That's another topic all in total, but it seems like this COVID-19 kind of helped these tech companies open up to more people. I had never used Google Classroom even though I'm a teacher, and all of a sudden I'm a Google Classroom expert. All right, I'm not an expert, but I'm trying. My kids don't even log on. That's gonna be scratched. All these new tech companies, all these new platforms, well, they're not really new, but they're all opening up to new people, new audiences because of this COVID-19. And now they're probably gonna be used a lot more often in our regular lives going forward.
I just wanna be good for you.